So first we'll configure GRE Lab, then we'll move to the IPSec. So for GRE, the configuration is very easy to configure it. Just create the tunnels. So for that, before that we how to make a reachability with ISP. Here I have taken the two branches, branch 1 and branch 2, and this branch is having some users. We have a multiple users here. So first we'll establish a connection between branches. So IP scheme, same IP scheme I am taking here. So here we'll take 11.1.1.1/24. Here same 11.1.1.2/24. These are our public IP addresses. 12.1.1.2 and 24, and here we'll take 12.1.1.1/24, and here we'll take LAN network is 192.168.10.1 for gateway, and here we'll take LAN IP address 192.168.20.1 is a gateway also. So quickly we'll configure. First we'll configure the ISP router. Before that we'll configure here branch 1. We'll change some names also. This is our ISP router, and this one is our branch router, branch 1 router, and this one is our branch 2 router. So no, enable. So here first we'll make a reachability in between the devices, not LAN devices. I'll show you to how we'll establish through tunnel for LAN users. But we have to make a reachability this point to this point. Which points? Here up to LAN segment. Here we'll use mostly private. So here we'll establish a reachability through tunnel. LAN to LAN through tunnel will establish a reachability. How? This is a LAN and this one is the LAN network. So this is a WAN network actually. This is entire is WAN. So for LAN, we'll establish one tunnel for over the internet, over the public IP address. So how? So directly it will be reached from here to here. This is what we call it as a tunnel. This is the tunnel. We'll create tunnel in between. So our goal is this one. So for that, we'll configure GRE. So first, we'll make a reachability. Interface fast ethernet. So before that, we'll configure the LAN. First one LAN interface fast ethernet 0/1. IP address is here 192.168.10.1. This is a gateway and no shutdown, and exit from here, and interface fast ethernet 0/0, and IP address is here 11.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown here. Just I'll configure the interfaces. So here I'll make a reachability. Enable config terminal interface fast ethernet 0/0, and IP address is here 11.1.1.2 and 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. Yes, exit from here, and interface fast ethernet 0/1, and IP address is here 12.1.1.2 and 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Exit from here and do show IP interface brief. We'll check S2 and here done. That much only for this router. So just I have configured the IP addresses. I am not giving any IP route and all. So I'll close this router now. I am closing this router, not required for this router. So now enable config terminal interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and IP address for this 12.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Exit from here and LAN interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and IP address is here 192.168.20.1 and 255.255.255.0. So no shutdown here again. Exit from here. So before that, we'll check the connectivity to here. Ping 12.1.1.2. So directly connected for this interface, it will be ping. If I am trying to ping 11.1.1.1, so 11.1.1.1, this is the IP address of this interface. Otherwise, we'll configure the next hop IP address. This is the exit interface for this router. We'll try to ping it. So reachability is not there. So for that, we'll configure default gateway. So again, one more thing in drawback. So GRE will support only static routing. Static routing only it will be support. It will be not support dynamic routing protocols. GRE will not support dynamic routing protocols. That also one major drawback. So statically we should have to configure. So here we'll check. So it having this router having ISP router. I have again host name is here ISP exit and show IP route. This router having the 12 dot information also exactly as 11 dot information also. That is the reason I am not giving the any default route on this interface. So if I want to ping the LAN interfaces, then I have to give, but I am not configuring the LAN interfaces. That is not achievement. So why I have to advertise why I have to show my LAN prefixes at ISP routers? Why I have to show? Why I have to give my LAN prefixes? So that is the reason I will not advertise. I will not advise and LAN prefixes at ISP router. In real time also, it will be not pass. It will not give in real time also, definitely. So that is the reason I'm closing. Just I have configured the interface configuration only for this ISP router. So for that, if I want to make a reachability in between two routers for this router to this router, which interface up to here, I'll create here default route IP route. So majorly this the GRE will support static route only. That is the reason. So that is what only default route I have configured 0.0 any source and any subnet mask and next hop IP address is next hop IP address of ISP router. So that much only. And here also config terminal and IP route 0.0.0 any source to any destination. So any destination it will be reached. Sorry, any destination. This is a destination IP address and destination subnet mask. So next hop IP address is 12.1.1.2. Boom. I have configured two side. Now try to ping 12.1.1.1 is now we can able to reach. Yes, we can able to reach it. We can check it. Right. the branch 1 router, and at branch 2, try to ping it now. Ping 12.1.1 dot, so not 12 dot 11.1.1.1. Yes, we can able to reach up to here. The WAN connectivity is established. Now, if we are trying to ping the LAN locations from here in this router, will ping the next hop IP address of this router, that is LAN prefix, will ping the gateway. It will be not ping. That is what we have to do. It is destination host is unreachable. So that is what with tunnel will create. So for GRE tunnel, we need some tunnel IP address. So for tunnel IP address, we'll take here 100.1.1. For this is the tunnel interface IP address of this router, and here tunnel interface is again next hoop, next IP address of the same series we should have to take. This is a tunnel interface, and tunnel means virtual interface. That is kind of virtual interface. Will create no virtual interface. How will we create it? No? So in branch 1, I am creating the one tunnel interface tunnel. So here we'll take 100. The tunnel interface name is 100, and it is by default up. I have created. Now you can check do show IP interface brief. So here the tunnel is up by default, but line protocol is down. So we have to establish line protocol also. For line protocol means the directly connected line. We haven't configured anything. So step by step we'll do. So we'll assign some IP address for the tunnel. We haven't assigned any IP address, unassigned. Here you can check. So IP address, same thing, same commands, 100.1.1.1, and same subnet. Same likewise, we have to give subnet also. And here no need to use no shutdown because it is by default up only. Status is up. You can check here. It's a virtual interface actually. So same thing will configure here also. In branch 2, config terminal, interface tunnel 100, and IP address is 100.1.1.2 and 255.0 and exit from here. Now we have configured IP address only. You can check from earlier we don't have do show IP address we configured. Now what we have to configure here for tunnel protocol is down. For that we have to tell this router your source IP address is this one. Your directly connected WAN IP address and your destination IP address is this one. We have to manually will configure point to point connectivity in between. So for that we have some commands. Again, I am entering tunnel interface. I am right now in tunnel interface only. So for that tunnel, and first I'll define here source. What is my source? Source means self-originated, and source I'll select, and in this Cisco packet tracer it will be not support source IP address. We can define likewise also 11.1.1.1 also, but here it won't support in Cisco packet tracer. Source IP address it won't take. So what we'll do, we'll configure the exit interface. For that exit interface, we have a option for that. So here we can use fast Ethernet. This is the exit interface. Fast Ethernet 0/0. And this is my source, and we have to define the destination. Tunnel, can check here, destination, it here asking destination of tunnel. This is the destination IP address. Tunnel destination is WAN IP address is we have to define WAN IP address. So here 12.1.1.1 is the my WAN IP address. So this is what we have to do. Same thing at opposite side also. Line protocol interface changed status is up. Just we configured. So you can check here. Now line protocol also came up. We'll configure here also. Want to check? Do show IP interface brief. Other end we haven't configured till, but in Cisco packet tracer it is showing. But in real time, in whenever you are configuring both side, you have to configure same configuration. Then only it will be up. Then protocol will be up. So tunnel interface tunnel 100, and so for that we have to create tunnel source. Tunnel source is my fast Ethernet 0 by 0, the exit interface, fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and tunnel destination is tunnel destination here is 11 dot 1 dot exactly. Good. WAN IP address. Now you can check do show IP interface brief. The tunnel is came up. So if you are trying to ping from ping 192.168 10.1 gateway, it won't reachable till because we haven't created a path. Show IP route. You can check here. We don't have this route information. So we don't have this route information. For that, we have to establish a route information for that. So we'll configure statically again. So what we discuss here, it won't support dynamic routing protocol. So we have to configure statically only. Show IP route. So what is my LAN network? 192.168.10.0. This is a branch 1 LAN network, and for the destinations subnet mask is 0, and what is the next hop IP address for that? So here we have to define for the next hop IP address is tunnel interface. So in branch 2 we are
1.1.0.
yes, good. Now configured here, and same thing will configure here also. IP route.
So there we need to give the next hop IP address as 100.1.1.0 or 100.1.1.1.
So here I have to define the next hop IP address of this tunnel interface for him. For R2 part, this is the next hop IP address. And R1 part, this is the next hop IP address. Tunnel interface, whichever the we created tunnel source, our tunnel source, this is a source for him, right? So we have to define this one for this router. So same 192.168 20.0, and next hop IP, subnet mask is 255.255.0 and 100.1.1.2 for this router. Next hop IP address. Statically, I'm creating. Statically, I'm giving the path. So now you can check show IP or route. So we have a static route information via this is the next hop IP address. And here we earlier we don't have this path. Now you can check we have a path 192.168.10.0. Now you can try to ping from here. Ping 192.168.10.1. Reachabilities happen. So for LAN, we haven't configured entire thing. So we'll configure DHCP now for time being, time safe purpose. Configure terminal interface IP DHCP exclude some IP addresses 192.168.10.12.192.168 will create one pool for LAN users. This LAN users 10.9 up we excluded IP addresses and will create one pool IP DHCP. A pool name is LAN will configure and will create one network is 192.168.10.02 and here we'll give the subnet mask of that network. This is a DHCP configuration and default gateway will give 192.168.10.1. So we'll select for this PC and this PC and this PC. For this PC, definitely this PC will get static IP address. The through DHCP 192.168.10.10 IP address, and for this PC it will be get 11. For that we have to check like DHCP command show IP DHCP can check pool. We can check here we have created, this is a pool we created. In this pool this many IP addresses are available. Only 2 IP addresses it is released, 10 and 20, 10 and 11, and show IP DHCP and any conflict is there? No. This is a show IP DHCP binding. You can check here. We binded 2 IP addresses, 11 and 2, 11, 10 and 11. This is a MAC address of these PCs. If you can check again, one more, you can check here. Done. This is the 3 IP addresses we got, 11, 10, 11, 12. So here also we'll configure DHCP for time safe. IP DHCP exclude some IP addresses 192.168, 20.12.192.168, 20.9 will exclude these IP addresses and will create one pool. The IP DHCP pool will give a name, any name you can give, and network will give 192.168, 20.1, 20.02 to 255, 255, 250.255 dot, and default gateway will give default gateway 192.168 10.20.1. Can check here now. 10 he got. So it will be safe more time. Default gateway also you'll get. So now we'll ping the IP address and we'll trace out ping 192.168 and 10.10 IP address. Yes, we can able to reach. If you can try to reach 11 is trace at trace RT and 192.168 10.10 IP address. So this is what my next hop IP address is, my gateway, and this is the tunnel interface of directly connected, and here you can check the directly we reach. No enter the ISP, he is not involved anything. He is not involved in our communications. So that is what VPN. This is all about the GRE VPN, and here we will get the plain text. It is not safe and secure. So any doubts in this, guys? If you have any
No.
queries, great. I'll stop the recording.